Hey, what's up? I'm Sabrina, the not-so-teenage witch with PacificSource, and today we're going to have some Halloween fun. One of the things that makes Halloween such a fun holiday is all the opportunity to be creative. Creative costumes, activities, and of course, food. And while it might seem like candy rules the holiday, today's recipe of jack-o'-lantern stuffed peppers is sure to be a scream. I crack myself up. Before I dive into today's recipe, here are 5 tips to help you balance Halloween indulgence and healthy choices without going batty. 1. Set your boundaries in advance. Making healthy choices when inundated with sweets, treats, and sugary concoctions can be overwhelming. Help yourself out. Decide in advance what activities you'll do, if or how you'll limit your candy consumption, and what balance looks like to you. 2. Make healthy Halloween-themed snacks. There are so many fun ideas for this, including things like pumpkin-shaped veggie trays, banana ghosts, or monster faces using sliced fruit and veggies. 3. Incorporate non-food treats. During your celebrations, consider offering non-food treats like stickers, temporary tattoos, or small toys instead of candy. 4. Breathe some life into your Halloween activities. Trick-or-treating is a beloved pastime for kiddos, but there are so many other activities that kids and adults can enjoy. Consider things like a scavenger hunt, monster mash dance party, costume fashion show, or Halloween charades. Lastly, ghost the treat table and candy bowls. Let the activities be the life of the party instead of the sweets and treats. See? When it comes to finding balance between Halloween festivities and healthy choices, there's nothing to be scared of. All puns aside, let's get into today's recipe, jack-o'-lantern stuffed peppers. For this recipe, you'll need 4 medium orange bell peppers, half a medium yellow onion, diced, half a pound of ground turkey, or you could use ground chicken or beef, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, 3/4 cup of cooked rice, half a 15-ounce can of black beans, rinsed and drained, half a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, half a tablespoon of dried oregano, 1/4 tablespoon of dried basil, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper, half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. Because I'm going to be using a hot plate for this recipe, I'm going to ditch the costume so I can practice safety first. That's better. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do for this recipe is actually prep the bell peppers. And so I'm going to be using my hot plate as a surface, but don't worry, it's not on, we're good to go here. So I'm gonna start with just one, and I also have a bowl for my bell pepper guts because you're gonna wanna keep those somewhere. And then I also have an 8x8 baking dish that I'll put the peppers in so that when all is said and done, we can put it in the oven to bake. Let's go ahead and get started and cut the tops off of the bell peppers. You can do this just like you would as if you were carving a pumpkin. Keep your thumbs out of the way. All right, you're not gonna need the top of that. Go ahead and clear out the inside of the bell pepper. Once you have all 4 of your bell peppers hollowed out, you get to do the fun part. You're going to carve a little face into each of your bell peppers. Be very careful doing this. You don't need to make great big holes because you don't want your stuffing to fall out of it. You just need a little bit to make fun faces for the jack-o'-lanterns. happy jack-o'-lantern. A confused jack-o'-lantern face. I don't know about this one, it's just fun. And this one has a funky tooth. Now that we're all finished, we'll get this cleaned up and prepped for the next step. Don't forget to wash your hands. If you touch your eyes without washing your hands, you're going to be screaming, and it's not going to be because you're scared. Okay, so now I'm going to get my pot and turn the hot plate on, get the oil on it, and get it warming up. I'm using a pot for this recipe, one because it looks like a cauldron, so why not? That's fitting. But also because once you get everything combined in here, it's just nice to have a little bit of extra space to move things around and mix it up really well. Now that the oil has warmed up, I'm going to start by pouring in my onions. You're going to saute your onions for just a couple minutes and let them soften up a little bit, and then we'll add our ground turkey and our minced garlic. Now you're going to stir and saute until the turkey is browned. Now that the turkey is browned and the onions are translucent, we're going to add the rest of our ingredients with the exception of the cheese. We're going to hold off on that. So the first thing I'm going to add are my black beans. Pour in the rice. Pour in our tomato sauce. All right, and then we are going to add in our seasonings. Half a teaspoon of oregano. Quarter tablespoon of basil, and then it's really just salt and pepper to taste. Once you have everything in, mix it up really good. Now that everything is mixed really well, we're going to turn the heat off, and we get to now fill our bell peppers. All right, let's get this hot plate out of the way. So now for the last step before we put these in the oven, we're going to stuff our bell peppers. Really simple, really nothing to it. You just scoop it in. And you want to get it pretty close to the top. Remember to put your jack-o'-lantern faces out so that they can see what's happening. Now that we have the filler in all of our bell peppers, I'm going to move this out of the way and we're going to top it with some cheese. The last thing you want to do before putting these in the oven is to add about 3/4 cup of water to your baking pan to prevent the bell peppers from burning or drying up. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to pop these in the oven for about 10 minutes until the cheese is nice and melted, and then we're good to go. And now, time to carefully dig in because it will be hot. This recipe is to die for. Okay, terrible Halloween puns aside, let's recap 5 tips to balance your Halloween indulgences and healthy choices. 1. Set your boundaries in advance. 2. Make healthy Halloween-themed snacks. 3. Incorporate non-food treats. 4. Breathe some life into your Halloween activities. And 5. Ghost the treat table and candy bowls. Please like and subscribe for more videos. I hope you enjoy your jack-o'-lantern Halloween stuffed peppers. On behalf of PacificSource, thanks for joining me in the kitchen today, and be well.